Well, good morning. I'm glad that y'all showed up. Glad you showed up. It is summer. I have to admit, it's summer. As a matter of fact, I've been around you guys long enough. I don't need to be with a coat. It's hot. Last training we were pretty intense. We did a lot of talking, etc. And so this time, this is a little bit more laid back. It gives you a chance to interact a little bit more, and I think you'll probably enjoy it. It can be fun. Because of the numbers, we're a little light on numbers today. It'll be a little different because you won't have thousands of people to interact with. But you all know each other pretty well, so this will be actually probably pretty good for you. And what we're going to do today is talk about your styles of leadership. How each one of you have a specific style, and we're going to diagnose it and look at it and see if your style of leadership has some unique qualities that you can take advantage of. And also help you understand some other styles that may be right here in this room, people you work with, and how that can help you be a better leader, knowing how other people lead. And also how other people react. Because this is not necessarily just leadership styles, it's a personality style. And the people who work around you also have styles that are really related to what we're going to talk about today. So we're going to talk about how to work with people that think differently than you do, and how to get some advantages from those kind of relationships. And we're going to talk a little bit about ourselves. We're going to learn a little bit about ourselves. And that's, all the years that I was a principal, one thing that I learned in the last 10 years that was so much more benefit is me. I learned about me, and I could be so much better administrator once I knew who I was. And you remember those teenage years when you had no clue who you were, and finally you catch on and like, oh yeah. And I think that goes on through life. I didn't realize that, but the older you get, the more you learn about yourself, and the easier it is. And you think it's others that you have to worry about. Well, trust me, I'll find out it's your own self that sometimes you worry about. I want to start by talking about a little model that's been around for quite a while, but we call it the Johari window. It's how people perceive you and how you perceive other people. And it has 4 panes, and you probably can understand this. Like the first pane is like a piece of glass. It's like things that you know about yourself and everybody else knows about you. It's a two-way mirror, a two-way glass. You know, there's things in this room that other people know about you and you know about yourself, so it's a very open area, very open communication. That's the first window. Now the other 3 windows are only one-way glass, because number 2, there's some things that other people know about you that you don't know about yourself. That's scary, but if you realize that, and you know that, you discover those all the time. Those are things that people that see you daily know about you, but you don't understand yourself. And through life you find more and more of that out, but it's kind of interesting. In the third pane, there's something that's top secret that you don't know and nobody else knows. And those evolve through life. You find out those things. Those things sometimes are hidden, repressed. Sometimes you have to go to a psychologist to help you figure it out. Those are the things that nobody knows about you because your behavior doesn't exhibit it. And you don't really know about yourself. So that's actually a pane in your window. And then the final, there's things that you know about yourself that nobody else knows. All of us have those. And some of them you want to keep that way. But that's really the 4 panes of how you look at yourself if you look at yourself through the window. Now it's found that the most effective way to lead is to open your number 1 window. In other words, the more transparent, there's a word, you are, the easier it is to make change behavior in other people. And that all deals with honesty and things that make you a different person that people perceive as open and can talk to, and that is transparent. In other words, your personality, who you are. So our task today is we're going to make and hopefully increase your number 1 pane a little bit. And we're going to have some activities that some of these other panes may be addressed. And I don't think you'll find it uncomfortable. You're actually going to find it a little bit fun. But what I want you to see the undersurface of what we're going to be doing. And in the end, when we sum up, you'll understand that we're going to be looking at some of those things, those traits about yourself that you may not know about. Some things that you do that you may not understand. And also some things that is, as you mature and get older, that you can tell about yourself that you didn't know you had. Okay, now we're going to get started. And as I say, Dave's not sitting there and listening to me much. A little bit, but not too much. I want to pass out first the workbooks, and we'll be working at that. And if you need some writing implements, just let me know. And we'll get started right away.
Is that chart in your workbook?
Please,
That chart? Okay.
Yeah, all this stuff's in your workbook. I didn't leave anything out. Make sure that you knew that everything we were going to talk about is there. That's on the first page. Now I want you to go to the second page. Here's the instructions. There's 2 lines here. I want you to put an X on the line that best describes you. Just take that first continuum and put an X along that line that best describes you. Anywhere you feel is closest to where you are. And that's on the top. Then go down to the second line and put an X on that line that best describes who you are, on that continuum. Okay, and you understand the terms at the end of each line to give you an idea of what it is. Okay, now once you've done that, now the hard part. Go down to that chart. You see the labels are pretty much the same? And see if you can transpose those X's to put them in the areas that correspond. In other words, that dominant, easygoing continuum, go up to your line and see where your X is and see if you can figure out on that line about where it goes. And then just do the same with the informal formal line. So we're just taking these 2 lines and transposing them into a grid type situation. So now you have an X somewhere and another X somewhere. That's kind of what it should look like. All right, now here's what I want you to do. I want you to take the 2 X's and connect them with a dot. It'll come out one, I don't know which quadrant it'll be in, but it'll be in one of those letters called P, S, C, or A.
Well, and
You understand? Oh, did somebody put one in the middle? Okay, one of the rules, no wishy-washy. You've got to go one side of the middle. You make a decision. And we'll do it for you in a little while, but I'm just putting you on the spot right now. Go a little bit to one
So
side.
Dr. Travis, if you look at my formal and informal,
Right.
I'm pretty much in the middle, so you wanted me to transpose it right there with no middle?
Yeah, right. I want you to go, okay, if you had to make a choice between formal and informal, go one way or another a little bit. Because we're going to do it by a little more scientific way.
Wasn't that funny? Look what I did here.
Okay? You kind of got an idea? All right, and now you're ended up with a dot somewhere in one of 4 quadrants.
Yep.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, we have P, we have S, we have A, and we have a C. Let's see for letters. How many P's are in here? Do we have anybody in the P? Got 2 P's. How many S's? 2 S's. How about C's? 2. Wow, 2 C's. Oh, I can't believe it. How about A's?
No, I'm an ass, I'm sorry.
Okay, we have 1 A, and that's not uncommon. That's interesting. Now, let me know. See, I'm
You're an A.
You don't realize which is an A. We know that. We're in trouble. You don't know what you've just done. But what you've done is a very quick and dirty way of categorizing your life leadership style. Now, what we're going to do for the next period is we're going to see if you're right or not. We're going to let you talk to each other. We're going to do a formal type thing, which will give you a little bit more information. We're actually going to let people tell you about yourself. And before this is over, you should be pretty well founded in knowing what your style is. This is where we're starting. Now, what I'm going to do in a few minutes is I'm going to put you in groups of people like you. Well, here's, you got pairs, except you don't have a group. We'll talk to you. We'll work on that, because you can work this out. And we'll work it out. But it did work out pretty well. I'm real pleased that we got it spread, because sometimes you can get in a group, and they're all in one group. But this is good, because, and here's the trick. As you talk to the person that's in your group, and as you think about what that particular leadership style is, if you don't feel comfortable, change groups. Because we're going to get more descriptive. You're going to learn more and more about these different styles. So if all of a sudden you go, that was not right, I'm not in the right group, well, that's okay. That's what we're going to do. The more information I get you, the more you'll feel comfortable. And what I want you to do is get in the right group. In other words, get to the group that really describes who you are. And you'll find that out as we go along. So this is a very fluid situation. Don't be embarrassed if you look at your name and go, I'm sorry, I'm not just like you. We'll have to go to the other room. And that's part of the fun of it. And let's say it's kind of interesting. But let me take just a moment and give you a little more information about what group you're in. I think you probably would like to have that little bit of information with you. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Let's start with which one am I going to start with? I'll start with P's. Who's the P's? These guys are promoters.
Yes.
Okay, congratulations, promoters. Let me see.
No, you are.
Okay. Promoters get involved with people that are active, inactive, rapidly changing situations. These people are seen to be socially outgoing and friendly, imaginative and vigorous. Because people react to their behavior as a result of their own value bias, some see promotional style as dynamic and energetic, while others perceive them as egotistical. This is not all good, guys.
I am egotistical, I don't mind telling you.
I can tell already. He's thinking he's in the right spot already. Let's go to the S's, the supporters. That's the supporting style. Supporters value interpersonal relations. These people try to minimize conflict and promote happiness in everybody. Some people in the supporting style are accommodating and friendly, while other people describe them as wishy-washy and nice.
That's it.
You know, these are these wishy-washy nice people.
Right.
Those are supporters. Okay, how about the controlling style? That's the C.
Yeah.
Controller.
I like to call it methodical and organized.
Well, let's see what he has.
Controllers want results. They love to run things and have the job done their own way. I'll do it myself is a frequent motto of controllers. These people can manage their time to a minute. Some of them are seen as businesslike and efficient, while others would refer them to as threatening and unfeeling. So, okay. And then finally we have an analyzer. Let's check her out. That's what AC wants.
She had to redo it, I told her to redo it, because that is not true.
We'll see. Analyzers are problem solvers. They like to get all the data before making decisions. Some say they are thorough, but others claim they're slow. These people are frequently quiet and prefer to work alone. Okay.
No, she's not slow.
She's not slow, she's very fast. But she
Okay, now
is working on something, the door is.
we're going to take this one step further. By the way, if you look at this and let's use an analogy, we'll say firing a gun. So if you were a supporter, it's ready, 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 aim, fire. That's a good supporter description. If you were a promoter, it's ready, aim, fire, 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 fire.
There you go.
If you were an analyzer, it's ready, aim, 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 fire. And if you're a controller, it's ready, fire, aim. So you see, you think about the concept. That's the
Shoot first, ask questions.
That's right. So that's the controller. So you guys are ready, fire, aim people. Okay, well, let's go a little further. Now we can start moving. I need you in 4 areas kind of work together. And we'll try to make it like the chart. I'll take the, what's this? This is the promoters, and we have the supporters over here, the analyzer over here, and the controllers here.
Guess what, I don't have to.
You don't have
Control that.
She told me before, it's better thing to stay there, or we're going to have trouble. Yeah, just okay, I'll work with the analyzer. We'll get started.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, that's the surprise.